Hey, Family Life Science class. First of all, I'm not sure when you're watching this, but I'd like to apologize for the state of my hair. Today is a very humid, hot day, and my hair, and my makeup for that matter, is a hot mess. I left this morning with cute little curls, and now I have a messy, frizzy fro. So, do know that I did try to put in the effort, but Mother Nature was working against me. So, what we are going to go over today is your summative sewing project. And what you're going to be creating is a little stuffed donut pin cushion. You can use it as a pin cushion, or you can just use it as a cute little donut. Just like these. Ooh. This goes along with my fall theme, which is something that is near and dear to my heart: food. I particularly have a love of donuts, as I am no longer allowed to eat them, and as a human being, I of course want what I can't have. So, as part of this project, you will be receiving a kit. Now, the kits will be left for you in the office, but if you're having a hard time getting this, just let me know. I can pop it in the mail, possibly deliver it, or send it home with a friend. You might possibly have everything that you need to complete this project. I will post the template and everything in Google, and if you have your own supplies, have at it. If that's easier, that works for me too. I don't mean to make this complicated for anyone. All right, so your kit will arrive in a handy dandy Ziploc bag. In your kit, you will receive a pattern, some felt, some embroidery floss, some stuffing, and a larger embroidery needle. We're going to make this look snazzier than our shirts. First step is you are going to take a pair of scissors, a sharp implement, and cut out your pattern. Hold on while I do that. Once you have cut out your patterns, you should have two pieces of paper that look like this: the donut and the frosting. You are then going to trace them onto your cloth. The donut bottom, which you're going to need two of, a top and a bottom, and your frosting. You are then going to cut your shapes out of your cloth. Okay, now that you have cut out your cloth, you should have two pieces of donuts and one lovely frosting. Now, the first thing we're going to do is sew our frosting on our donut. Now, let's make sure we are working with the side that could have any black marks on it to the back. So that means this will be the front of our donut, and this will be the front of our frosting. Line them up just like this. Now, we are going to be using embroidery floss that matches our frosting because you're going to be seeing the stitching, just like in our example here. So first step is you're going to be taking your thread and pushing your needle up from the bottom, just like this. You're then going to whip it around, just like in the whip stitch that I showed you when we mended our shirts, over the edge of the donut frosting, just like that there. You are then going to pull your thread through and have a beautiful stitch. You are going to continue to do this all the way around your donut until your frosting is attached to the top of your donut. Just like you see here. So next, we are going to work on attaching our two donut pieces together. We are now going to work on putting our donut top and our donut bottom together. Again, let's make sure any marks we have are on the inside. You are going to need your needle threaded with your brown shade of embroidery floss. So what you're going to do is put your two sides of your donuts together so that they meet. You can use some of the stick pins that I gave you in your shirt lesson if you need any additional help holding your two sides together. So now again, you are going to complete the whip stitch that I taught you with your shirt. You are going to begin by coming up from the bottom of your donut, whipping around the outer edge of your donut, and again coming up from the bottom of your donut. Make sure you don't pull your stitches too tight, as you don't want your donut to, your cloth to bunch as part of your donut. So you're going to keep going like that. Oh my goodness, can you hear the rain in the background? It's a crazy day. You're going to proceed to do that about halfway around your donut, so that you have a stitch like this. Now again, let's make sure they're not too close together. We want them equal distance apart, and do the best you can. These are the stitches on my final donut. Whoop, there it is. All right, I'm going to do about half this donut, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. Now it's time to begin stuffing your donut. See a little stuffing bag? I've sewed about that much of my donut top and bottom together. I'm going to take my stuffing and cram it down into my donut. Just like that. I know you can see a little bit of it popping out, but you'll be able to fix that when you do the middle. So once you have enough stuffing in there, you are going to keep whip stitching the outside of your donut. Stuffing in a little bit more stuffing as you need it. And you'll eventually find that sewing some of the bottom, the inside of your donut, is going to help you. So what I'm going to do at that point is I'm going to thread my pink needle again, and I'm going to sew the inside of my donut. You will continue sewing and stuffing your entire way around your donut. Sew a little bit more. Take a little bit more stuffing. Stuff it in your donut till it's nice and firm. And continue sewing your way around the donut. Until you get to the end and you need to tie off. Now let's make sure when we tie off the end of our strings, we're trying to do it to the back of our donut. We never want to get these in the front. So that means you might have to do a little stitch right through where you just stitched to get your thread towards the back. In the end, you will have a donut that looks like this. Almost good enough to eat. Ah. Here's where you can get a little creative if you like, if you're really enjoying this sewing project. How would you put sprinkles on this? How could you make stripes? How could you use the embroidery floss to make a creative donut? What kind of donut is this? Does it have a chocolate glaze? How could you use your thread and your needle and any cloth you might have to make this an extra special donut? As you all know, extra always gets you extra points with McNeil. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. And I'll try to post some pictures of the class as they struggle with this project. It's always fun to see some of these hard-working young men with the calluses on their hands trying to get the needle and the thread and create something like this. Kind of makes me smile. So, good luck at home. Use your resources to help you. You'd be amazed who in your life might know how to do this and who might enjoy helping you with this project. And as always, have a great day.